What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. Happy Easter to you and yours, wherever you're listening from. It's a public holiday in Nigeria tomorrow. My Canadian people, make una know this. What you have in like good roads and constant power, you get them for public holiday here. So happy holidays. Welcome to the first of the month. Don't believe any headlines you see today. I've told you my own. If you like, go and see one headline and go and heart attack. It's April 1st. It's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast. In case this is your first time listening, this is the podcast on all things Afrobeats. Welcome. Before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode and engage with us. It helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating, comment. We'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, we are still on all things genre or no genre. We'll be talking about Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album and how Afrobeats or what Afrobeats artists can learn from it. And as usual, new songs, followed of the week, turntable charts, eliminates, and all that other good stuff. What's good, my G? What's good?
Yo, what's good, man? How you doing?
I did, man.
How was your week, man?
Not too bad. The usual, nothing too crazy going on around here. I was seeing Ashake tickets. I think I was seeing some drops again.
Yo, man, further drops, and
further drops and that shit.
Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Knock on wood. I'm not part of the people that want it canceled, but hopefully it doesn't get canceled.
Hopefully it doesn't get canceled, man. And I also saw news on Sheyi Vibes surpassing Ashake on Audio Mark as like the number one artist, and they're not even saying Nigerian artists, like the most streamed artist on Audio Mark. That's them. Sheyi Vibes. They are surpassed Ashake.
The streets.
Yeah, streets, man. That's where they at. Audio Mark.
Yo.
I remember I was at Blanco. Blanco is like a shop here for all you guys that are listening from out diaspora and everything. Like all them big supermarkets. Different pattern came on, and the way everybody started singing along, that kind of thing. That when it just came on, everybody started singing, and everybody started looking at each other like, "Oh, you know this song. Oh, you know this song. Oh, you know this song." I was like, "God, this guy has gone, man." I was so surprised. And everybody was just singing along to that song.
Yo, man, that is crazy, man. That is crazy. I don't see it, but that's why I feel like everybody has their own market, man. Just cater to your market, Just cater to your market, man. And that kind of makes me understand, so if Sheyi Vibes had to, want to start doing tours around the world, definitely his market is not going to be Burna's markets, which is not going to be the same thing with his market. So different venues should fit, where your market is. And I feel like they dropped the ball on that with Ashake, because I feel like if they had seen the numbers and seen everywhere what the market is, they would have known, oh, look, okay, cool, he's only really dope with the diaspora Nigeria market. And within that is not everybody. So they would have known how to cater this concert to. But hey, here we are.
Hopefully, like you said, hopefully they don't cancel it. Hope maybe when the thing gets to maybe 50% or 40%, they get more people to buy it. But yeah, we'll be here waiting and watching because I have plenty Canadian correspondence. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Let's get into some news. We'll get into the fan mail, because the fan mail is from Paul, and Paul wrote us like a novel. Shout out, Paul. So let's just get to the news. They'll get to the fan mail. They'll kind of just make you work into today's topic. It's Burna. We're kicking off the news with Burna making history. As I told them, surpasses 400 million streams. Burna has become the first African artist to have 3 of his albums surpass 400 million streams on Spotify. The African giant achieved this feat after his 7th album, I Told Them, crossed the 400 million mark. The album joins African Giant and Love Damini as the albums that have surpassed 400 million mark stream. And this is incredible. I mean, the album came out and it was like yeah, like mixed reviews, if I was to say that.
What? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
from
So when
whom. I
it
don't
came
know
out,
from whom, but
yeah, I think he had mixed reviews. Can you remember the Pitchfork one that they were, looking at his character? Was it Rolling Stone? One of
oh
those
yeah, yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, so he
Okay,
had like
exactly. Yeah.
mixed, yeah. So I remember, I had like mixed reviews. The direction of him going very hip hop, and so a lot of people were not feeling it. But I think if you go back to listen to that album, it really plays very well. I listened to it again when this thing came out and when I wanted to do the eliminate. So it really plays very well. I like it a lot. I enjoy it, and I mean it's doing the numbers. It's Burna, so here we are, 400 million mark. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, still keeping it numbers wise. Love Nwantiti extends his record as the highest IRAA certified Nigerian song. Smash hit single. First released in 2019 is the lead track of CK's EP CK the First, and it has been certified 8 times platinum by the RIAA. Love Nwantiti, which is one of the Afrobeat songs propelled to commercial success by TikTok, continues to extend is record as the most certified Nigerian song in the US. The hit record has enjoyed success. This record has enjoyed success in the US, where it peaked at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100. Love Nwantiti first went platinum in January 2022. Just months after going viral on TikTok, it was certified 8 times platinum on March 27, 2024. So the song is still doing big numbers. I know in a couple of years' time, it looks like it's going to hit like 10 times platinum, which is going to be another record. So crazy stuff, man.
Shout out
Crazy.
CK, man.
Okay, what emo Afrobeats as it calls it.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, that's what it calls it. That's what it calls it. Music. Anyways, let's get into Paul's fan mail. So over to you, show. I feel like if I read this,
Nah, it's okay. Like because
let's
first of all,
just pass it the ball. Just read it, man. We can just
yeah,
dissect.
no problem. All right, so let's start it off. Okay, so peace to the gods. First of all, show's a hater. That's why I wanted to read it, just for the fact that he called me a hater. It says, I agree with Tunde. Like, how can you say Breeze is a bad song? Bedu on top vibes, kills dropped, White Givenchy since, and I didn't think much of it, but I heard a snippet of Breeze when the album dropped. I went to stream the album back to back to back. Okay, co-hosts, they calm down a big. Like I said, you know what? I'm not gonna go on that. Let's move on. So he moves on to say on FC's Popsy rant. FC's Popsy, in case you don't know, is Wiz. It's a couple of things. He reasons with us on our take on this. With the Bad Bunny reference, Wiz in the moment, and might get appreciated the full extent of his impact. They made bring our music to such a global acceptance and respect. Maybe he will in a few years. I also understand Wiz not wanting to be boxed in, but the truth is, the music we're putting out right now is definitely different. We have R&B artists like Fumbi, Rikasani, etc. that are doing pure R&B, and not that's what 001 and Co are doing. We have hip hop artists like AQ, Loose, Boogie, and all those battle rap artists, dropping full projects, staying true to the genre, but not the dance vibes on vibes tunes we call Afrobeats today. Brackets. But SDC is a fine balance of hip hop and vibes, palm wine music. I digress. So that's that tag right there. So he says, maybe the tagline shouldn't be Afrobeats. Wiz correctly said Fela started Afrobeats.
Yeah.
What Kudi Dynasty, Sheon Made, Femi do with a signature sax tune is really Afrobeats. If you want to put it like Afrobeats. But let's just stop right there on that part. Like,
Okay.
is it now that all these different artists are doing different genres of music, and so we can't just label everything Afrobeats, and what Wiz is saying is true, can be boxed in? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, so again, I don't think my stance has changed much on this. I know like you are still trying to fight the label of the Afrobeats with the S, like that. That's everybody. Some may hate it, some may love it, but I feel like it is already accepted, so we should just roll with it. Like if you don't want to be boxed in, like I said, I think 2 episodes ago, make music in the genre you want to make music, and I assure you, there will come a time where you won't be boxed in. I get like maybe he feels like he missed the essence in like them boxing him under the Afrobeats category as opposed to just pure R&B or pure hip hop or whatever the music is making is. But that's just the beginning. So but for now, there's really nothing you can do. And if we again, let me use the Beyonce comparison since she has even dropped an album that and everybody almost, I don't know if you've listened to the album. The album,
I have.
the album is country as fuck, but she's still some some of our pop this thing at the elements at the end in terms of like pop music. But if you hear the album, in country music, she employs the help of a lot of country artists. She remixed Dolly Parton's Jolene, got like all this country. Like she even took us like maybe when Texas in where they used to play like country music and all that stuff. So like you can't miss it. You can't listen to the album, and even if you are trying to be controversial, you can't listen to the album and say, oh, it's not country. But like I said in the tweet, Beyonce didn't come out to say, oh, don't box me into being country. I'm not a country artist. I'm a pop artist. Oh, fuck you. My driver has more money than you. Nobody's. So just make the music you're going to make. He's a bigger artist now. Like, he's more global now. All of them are more global now. So I say if. So if he makes a pure R&B album, I'm telling you, the Grammys will say it as such. Make an R&B album, maybe feature the new R&B cats here and there, sprinkle it. Like if the music is good enough, they are going to nominate you for an R&B category. So again, the label Afrobeats has come to stay. Let's just accept it, and I'll keep on saying, let's just accept it as the umbrella term for the music that comes out of Nigeria and Africa in general. Then, if you want to make your music, make R&B, make hip hop, make whatever it is you want to make, and the music will do the talking. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So, like, I kind of understand, where he's coming from and all that. As always, the music will do the talking because we just finished like the Grammys. We just wrapped up the Grammys.
Yeah.
I remember where Burna got nominated for. He got a nomination for like melodic rap performance.
Yes.
Like we never guessed that, he's an Afrobeat artist, he does Afrobeat fusion or whatever music he does. But still at the end, like a part of that, like within that album, which we said was hip hop heavy, rap heavy, a certain song was taken out of that, like, okay, this is a rap melodic performance. Exactly. And he got nominated for that. Also, the fact that Beyonce did say this is not a country album.
Yes.
I know I should say that because the powers that be in country, like how they would say, okay, for it to be a country album, it must do this. And she's saying, hey, look, I am, as always, I think it's Sneak dissing, but she's saying I am bigger than genres. I am Beyonce. I make music. So if I'm making music and I'm taking country elements, that's country elements, but it's not a country album. I'm just doing what I do. That's why, at the end of she did a couple of flips. I don't know if there was a Timbo or Swayze production on one of those tracks that was just exactly that kind of felt like real Texas. Exactly. So as always, yes, the labeling is all different now, but if you want to do the kind of music you want to do, no matter what, it will still break out of the umbrella that you're put underneath.
Yeah.
Case in point, Tyler's album is heavy amapiano, like it's the same drums all through, but it's categorized as a pop album.
Yep.
Yeah, because she's doing a whole lot of singing, a whole lot of pop sing, like how catchy pop singing it'll be. So again, do the music you do and it'll pop out.
Another case in point, this new guy that Buju signed, that Taves guy, that I think the name of the song is Folake. the every time I see that maybe the song is trending or whatever, people are like, trying to clown him and everything. They're always clowning that, see, this one later now, this one will come and say his album is not selling, he's not doing Afrobeats. So, but do you get what I'm saying? Like he's just singing. He's a Nigerian guy. I know we call it Afrobeats, but everybody that listens to it already knows that this is not your traditional Afrobeats in quotes. Like they know it's like he's doing pop R&B. So those kind of things, like once you get in the studio, be inspired however it is you want. I even support it. Make the genreless if you want to be, but at the end of the day, if there are like maybe strings on it, it's country. If there's like drum patterns, it's R&B. If this is rap. So those things are just like technicalities, for like the Grammys and how to categorize music, but just to make music, man. I guess that's it for me, man.
Yeah. Okay. So back to our beautiful
Chapter 2.
chapter 2 of like our fan mail. So he goes on to say, I personally never agree with the genre of them, Ashake, Davido, Fireboy, etc. being called Afrobeats. Maybe it should be called Afro Dance or Afro Life, Afrobeats plus High Life. But it's definitely different from other existing genres based on the rhythm, lingo, and drum patterns that go along with it. But our artists should own it and rubber stamp it.
Yeah,
look at
exactly.
all these things, man. 8 points, man. We're just getting through the door. It's too early to tear it down. Points again. Okay. There are lots of genres out there that don't get global recognition, especially on the big stages. You don't see separate awards for drum and bass, techno and house. They have huge followings and fan base. Maybe they classify them under pop, but not singled out and given recognition like Afrobeat has done so far. Exactly. All this aside, I also think maybe these major labels have some sort of metric they set for these artists to meet, beginning sign off on an album release, like online engagements, because these artists keep following this predictive trend of saying and doing some wild shit online before dropping their albums. From Burna to Drake to Janelle Monáe, same formula. It becomes so obvious that they know we peep this game, but do it anyways. My goat, Oluwa Jesus, only remember his social logins when he wants to drop new material. Damn, this fan mail would take the whole pod time to read. Sorry, feel free to summarize. I remain loyal. Yo,
Shout out,
Paul.
shout out.
Yo, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. That was a lot, but it does still retain our point of saying that, yeah, man, do the music you want to do and stop tearing down Afrobeats. That's it.
Yeah, top 10 and Afrobeats. The part 2 that he was talking about, like, do you think like it is like labels and all these guys have like, we're about to release music next week, we're gonna say something controversial, we're gonna abuse Nigerians, as in the case of
I don't think it's labels behind it. I don't think it's labels behind it, but I do believe that labels might be bringing, data to them and analytics to them and saying, hey, look, your engagement is down. Like, they'll say, oh, look, this person is being spoken about a lot. Yeah. This is how many people are streaming his album right now. This person is being, this is a topic on ground right now. This is how much streams is generated from this artist just this last week. So you have new music coming out. Hey, you have to engage your fans online. They might just say you have to engage your fans online, or maybe they even had
and Nigerians will be like, bet.
No, but
Nigerians, I'm richer than you. I have 5 Mercedes Benz. Who's your father?
No, but it could also be that they might be having, like, it's just like us now. Right now, we're having like debates. We have different debates in the group chats. And all of a sudden, someone says, "Hey, look, man, this debate you're having in the group chat, just go put it online. Like, things are gonna happen if you put this online." Yes, some things you just keep in the group chats, man. But sometimes, hey, in this analytics world of music and algorithms and all that,
I don't like it, but I think it's necessary now, man. I hate that.
My problem is why not just go on like a pod or just go sit down with someone, have a little interview. Why don't people do that?
Most Nigerians, and by saying most Nigerians, I'm saying top 3, top 4. I mean, Davido is kind of free in his interviews but you see like a Burna or a Wiz, But them doing it, those they don't like people asking them questions, questioning them and all those kind of things. And I don't know. And again, it also falls down to maybe like podcasters, radio presenters, and all these guys. You see the quality of podcast out there, and you're like, when they go on, I'm not calling any names of radio stations, but most radio stations go on this radio. The question they're going to ask you are going to be like, really? Yeah, this is the question you're asking me in 2024 and all that kind of thing. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't blame them, but I just hate that it has to be like a content era, a controversial era, and I'm praying that we grow out of it. See, for like Beyonce now, she wants to release an album. She won't do anything controversial. Leading up to the album, she will do, align with brands, do what they call what's the name of that thing? Super Bowl. Do like a Super Bowl show. Like you already know Beyonce's coming. Then give a few blogs to be talking about her, but she doesn't come. And I know she's one of one anyway, but
one of one, man.
Yeah,
one of one.
It's difficult. Say Kanye now, like I was talking about. If Kanye doesn't get his socials and says something stupid, an album is not coming. An album is not coming.
Yeah, because I think Kanye's one is different because already most blogs and most media things have shunned him because of him. Like he has shunned them as well. So in order for him to get his own, he can only do his own promotion by jumping on his socials. So I cannot get his madness or whatever you want to call that. But like I do get your point on Wiz and Burna not being like comfortable in interviews, so they don't really sit well and they don't really even answer the questions properly.
Yeah,
even if they go on an Apple Music.
They're not to knock them. They are not like they're not like the most interesting people to interview. To be honest, like they don't.
Not as open.
The way they will answer you, you have to keep asking questions. But you
have to keep probing.
Yeah, you can ask it. If you don't want question, I will carry it to different places, tell you a story of how this one, that one. So like that interesting people. Imagine interviewing like an Ashake now. You see, you're going to have problems because you're going to keep probing and probing until he starts feeling comfortable, or maybe he does an interview with someone who's comfortable with. So again, sometimes I don't blame them, I don't blame them. It's
okay.
If that's the only way they can get the metrics out, then it's fine.
Okay, so rant away is basically what we're saying. Advise them to rant away. All right then.
But for emerging artists, if you can keep it classy and keep it simple, please do by all means. You don't need to open your body parts and all this other thing I saw online yesterday. I'm like, what's going on? Why? Because of his single. Well,
and we're going to get into that, but let's move on. Let's move on.
Which is good. Let's move on to new songs we picked this week. Let's start with Psalm 23 by Spinall and Teni. This one was produced by J Saints and Spinall. It sounds like the log drums and amapiano music that's out there. So if you're still into that, it really plays well. It's a good song. So if you're still into amapiano, log drums and all that stuff, it plays well. But if you're not, then you are probably skipping it. But it's a good song altogether. So I like it. No complaints.
Yo, this is a banger to me, man. It's sweet. It's nice. I think it plays real well, man. Forget that is love drums or whatever you want to call it. So I'm a piano or whatever you want to call it, but it's a really dope song. Love Teni on it. Yeah, so shout out Spinall.
Shout out Teni Makanaki. Let's move on to Casanova by Bayanni. This one was produced by Sparks. She's already laughing. Sounds like those maybe songs that you really don't care much for, but at the end of the day, you'll be hearing it everywhere because of marketing dollars. Over to you.
Because of marketing, you said because of marketing dollars. Wow. Yeah, already, when we're Casanova is trying to sell this song online, so I don't even know what's the angle of this.
So I think the first so with Bayanni, he doesn't have the looks or personality to carry this thing is doing. That's in my opinion, and I really hope that doesn't listen to this. But anyways, so there was a first of all there was a video I saw. He was doing like a TikTok. live or something.
TikTok, and one babe walk
One girl,
behind
yeah,
him.
one girl like very big bum bum walks past. It, you see it and you see him and you're like, publicity. But I get his publicity, but it doesn't even fit
Yeah,
his
it feels out of
image.
place. So it just feels
Yeah,
out
it
of
looks
place.
out of place. Yeah, it doesn't fit his image in terms of the song he's singing. So I don't know if there's a disconnect. But if it was another person, imagine it was like a Burna doing live and one girl with big oh yeah Burna. But with him, it just looked like this was out of place. Publicity for nothing. And there's one he did yesterday. If you can check the this page, I'm not going to. I'm not going to delve into.
Not gonna
To promote his single, but I saw it and I'm like,
drop any pause worthy.
yeah, to which his own. And I can't really like go in on any Don Jazzy app. He doesn't accept my collaborations, so I can't really say anything. So, yeah, to each his own. Fire away. Anything you want to say?
So my thing is that maybe this is the image he wants to build. Like, sometimes I don't know because I don't follow him on any socials. Maybe on TikTok he has like some wild sessions, and everyone's like, "Oh man, that had like this amount of views," and like, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do for my next single. Or they're just, they've gone through and seen like, oh, what artist has the most engagement and based on what content are they putting out. And they're like, yo, man, you got to do it. You got to do it. And, of course, someone beat his ear. Like, yo, man, trust me, it'll bang. Pause.
I guess.
And so, exactly. And that's what they did. Which now takes away totally from me because I don't even like the song. So that's just another thing. Like, the song is, it doesn't.
I feel like
it doesn't get over the hump.
It doesn't.
Pause again.
Anyways, shout out to him, man. Let's move on to another Maven artist. 4 Days by Magixx. Same producer, Sparks. Not a bad jam at all to me. I feel like Magixx is finding his sound and his voice. He has this distinct voice that helps him carry a song. So I'm not really mad at this one. I like it. I feel like they should have still been pushing the song before this one. That one as a Mankind's Own Weekend. I can't remember the name of that. But that song, I feel like they should be pushing it and not dropping this one. But yeah, I don't know, maybe like an EP is coming or whatever. But it's not a bad song to me. I like it.
Yeah, just for the fact that song you're talking about is okay, which is an awesome song. It still plays on my playlist. And I feel like this is just, to me, with Magixx standard now. So he has a standard for me now. I feel like this is like 2 or 3 steps below his standard because I was like, just the awkward, catchy kind of, normal, Afrobeats. I'm begging for a babe. I fall to my face, blah blah blah. Decrease. Nah. Magixx, you're better than this.
I like him, and like I now I can say if I hear a Magixx song, I can say for sure.
You can say. Yeah. That's another thing. Like I like his voice and all that, but yes, I didn't like the lyrics of this. So that's just me.
All right. Let's move on to Shutdown by Spyro and Phyno. I feel like this is another person that has found his lane. Call it whatever you want to call it. He has found his lane and the formula that works for him. Catchy sing-song choruses. This one is no different. It's that Spyro sound that with a mix of high life. Very catchy. I'm sure it's be all over like TikTok and radio soon. Another jam I'm not really, crazy about, but I'm not mad at it. Shutdown by Spyro and Phyno. What say you?
This would be a we have made it, let's pop some bottles kind of song. Praise be to God. We made it now. We've made it now. Other people were making it. I was there waiting for my turn. Now it's my turn. I'm popping some bottles. So this is that formula, which of course sometimes you can't get wrong with it. So yeah, it's just another song for me.
Just another song for show. Let's move on to Love Practitioner by Anedlessocean. One of my favorite guys. This is my best drop of the week. I haven't heard one bad single from this guy. Dope songwriting, dope voice. This guy will soon take off. Anytime I'm on his socials, he's building his fan base, putting his own shows together. People are following him. People are, shouting. So Love Practitioner, dope song. I like it.
Yo, to be honest, I dropped the ball on this because this is the first time I was hearing it. I was like, who is this? And then I went in and listened to this album and dropped an album last year. Really good artist. I think it was really good, and I really like this song. Yes, it's my second favorite song of the week. So really good song, really good artist. Shout out to him,
Right.
man. An
Really good
endless ocean.
song, really
Really
good
stand out.
artist.
Really good name too. An endless
Yeah,
ocean.
really good name. Yeah, I don't like to box him in. I know he does mostly gospel songs, but in the spirit of not boxing anybody in,
It's an endless ocean. You can't be boxed
yeah,
in. Wow, look at that. Thoughts,
yeah, look
thoughts.
at that. Look at you rhyming. Yeah, yeah. That's it for me from all the songs we listen to. I don't know if you bumped any other thing you want to add.
Um, yeah, like wasn't there Toye didn't release a song as well this week?
Yeah,
I
I
remember.
just saw a performance from him, but I don't think I listened to the song. I don't know if you did.
Oh man, I did listen to the song Quarter Life Crisis.
Yeah, Quarter Life
Um,
Crisis.
I was just like automatically. I'm like, look, what are these 25-year-olds going through now? That's
It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic.
quarter life crisis, and I'm just like, what are you going through? I don't know what it is, but it's a really good song. Like I liked it. Kind of plays like it kind of plays like an Ashake song, with
Yeah.
the crowd chorus and all that kind of thing. But it's a totally different song, totally different vibe. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. So you should check it out. Oh yeah, Quarter Life Crisis.
Check it out. Quarter Life Crisis. I saw a snippet of the song on I think one of those Instagram accounts, and it sounded really dope. So you guys should check it out. Quarter Life Crisis by Toye. Um let's move on to the fives. I got my an endless ocean fives, and pre when show joined us, we spotlighted this guy like twice.
Oh, say no.
Again, I think he makes fantastic music. In no particular order, these are my money bank guarantee songs by an endless ocean. A song called Nazarene is my favorite song from him. There's also Day and Night of his. I don't know how to. He adds like words together, so you have to like be breaking it down to know what it is. So I don't know what this one is. It's Ape Irogon, but I'm sure by the time it clicks what it is, I'm like, oh shit, that's it. But anyways, off his Ape Irogon album, this one is for all you worship guys out there. Then there's Imagine of his Decagon EP. Then there's LNB. You guys check out LNB, another favorite of mine. Alone is the last one here. You guys should totally check him out. Again, I don't really want to box him into doing gospel because it sings fantastic. He writes wonderfully well. But side notes, for some reason, like gospel music is blowing up right now. Like gospel music and gospel personalities. I don't know why, but mostly gospel music. Gospel personalities is another for a talk for another podcast. But gospel music is it's really big, especially on TikTok. So Nigerians, I don't know what people are going through. I don't know what people are
What
going
are you going through, man? What are we going through?
I don't know what it is. Everybody's turning to God now and worship songs. But yeah, gospel music is really blowing up. That's just what observation
Take a look at what you done.
I noticed. Yeah, so that's my five for the week, man. And then let's show you guys should check him out. Dope guy.
So I was actually gonna do a five of like top billion streams albums,
Okay.
and of course, I mean it kind of has like there's no brainer on my top
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
I think African Giant is number one. I have Timeless as number two. Made in Lagos is number three. But the random one that I saw that was 1 billion streams, and that is what I wanted to talk about even just before I even jumped into it, is like Kiss Daniel has a 1 billion stream
For real?
album.
I would never
Yes.
have guessed.
Like I'm sitting right here and just trying to understand how is it possible? But he does. Like the Maverick album is on 1 billion streams. That's
Wow, that's crazy.
unless like these numbers are not true. Anyways, and then before I have Rave and Roses Ultra, which I just like the Ultra parts. So not exactly talking about the Rave and Roses album, but the Ultra part, yeah, because those additional songs are really great. And then of course I have Ashake. So just that's the only my thing. I was just like, how does Kids do this over and over again?
Man, I
Is
don't know.
the formula just is
Yeah,
crazy to me? Like,
yeah, I don't know what it is, and I don't know why. If we don't respect him enough in general, like he's been there for a while. He's constantly drop hits. People love his albums. But for some reason, he just doesn't get that
I
respect.
don't. I don't think. I also think it's because his albums are not like universal favorites. Like like Ashake will drop an album now, and it's like that is the
Everybody
talk.
likes it. Yeah,
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about different songs on it.
yeah,
Everybody's talking about something on it. And I feel like Kids is always like just one song that's really big throughout. And it's either you hate the song or you love the song, and there's nothing else. Like no one's talking about any other thing. Like
yeah.
no one's playing any other songs. Like till like there's another single that everybody's now like he's now pushing. So I always feel like there's a little disconnect with how he pushes his albums or his projects. But yeah, maybe it's
Right. Yeah, that's it. I'm not surprised. Not surprised actually. If he makes his number, if he has 1 billion streams, I'm actually not surprised.
I'm surprised.
Anyway, let's quickly get into the charts this week. Top 3 staying the same, so let's just quickly dive in and dive out. Different pattern by Shay Vibe, sorry, coming down at number 10. Big Things, Young Junkies Daniel coming down number 9. New on the chart, making his debut, 100 million of the Modu Black featuring Tiwa Savage. Tony Montana, Skepta and Portable coming down to number 7. Another debut, Lona by Bella Shmurda, making it to number 6. Romeo Must Die, Roga and Buju coming down to number 5. Showa by Kiss Daniel climbing up to number 4. 3 we have Commas by A Star. 2 we have Twitter by Kiss Daniel and Davido. And 1 we have Egu by Chike and Mubad. So still staying the same last week and this week. So let's move on to eliminate this week. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you ready? All right, let me pull it up. This week I did. What's this album? I Told Them Edition by Burna. So almost playoff style too. But I just took out the first song, which is like an intro, and just scattered it and removed all the interludes. So we have Sitting on Top of the World versus If I'm Lying. Dying. Sitting on Top of the World versus If I'm Lying.
All the these in the world stop lying. Of course it's I'm lying, man. Come on. If I'm lying. Let's go.
Show says Brandy should not sit anywhere near here. So
not anywhere near the top, man.
All right, so let's move on to Big 7 versus They Play.
Yo. No, it has to be They Play, man. It has to be They Play, man. They Play.
Oh, like that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's They Play, man. Nobody's playing with that.
Right, nobody playing with that. Let's move on to Tested, That Proved, and Trusted versus Giza. Giza featuring Shay Vibe. Tested, Approved, and Trusted.
I know we have the Audio Max master on Giza, but nah, man. Tested, approved, and trusted. Tested, approved, and
trusted. We have I'm a cheated on me versus City Boys. There's no week show doesn't play City Boys and showing off his sneakers on. I'm like, we only get sneakers. We don't hear. We don't.
Yo. Oh no. City Boys, bro. City Boys. Come on, man.
Right. City Boys, we show. Let's move on to If I'm Lying versus Tested, Approved, and Trusted.
If I'm lying. God. If I'm lying, baby. If I'm lying
makes it to the semifinals. City Boys versus They Play. I like that little run from City Boys, Big 7, and They Play. That's like my favorite run on that album.
Yo.
As a shut up. But
Yeah, yo, man, this is a hard one, man. This should have been a
Yeah,
final.
it is.
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go with They Play. I'm gonna go with They
All
Play.
right, show is going
Oh
with the
god.
play. So we have one of the best songs on the album, If I'm Lying, and a favorite of mine, They Play.
Yo, man, when he sings "If I'm Lying," man, that's like artistry. The production
I
is loud,
swear, I swear.
rich, and he's actually, he performs the song so well, man. Words are, lyrics are dope. But we won these jams, man. We won these jams. We won these jams. I don't play with Burna, man. Don't play with it. So they play with.
All right, They Play with it for show on the I Told Them edition with Burna. And with that, we've come to the end of another interesting episode. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe. Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your potting from. We would love to hear from you. Be like Paul. You can write us 3 chapters, 4 chapters. We read everything. The hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments, suggestions, and send music to fanmail at AfrobeatsPod. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram on at Afrobeats. We'll catch you in the next episode, people. Peace out and bye.
Peace.